Welcome back to Grade 7 Geography, Unit Number 2, Our World's Natural Resources, Use and Sustainability. This is Lesson Number 21, How do we use flow resources for energy? Our energy needs are always increasing. To meet these needs, people burn wood, coal, oil, and gas. However, burning these resources leads to pollution, and these resources are non-renewable or are becoming non-renewable. For these reasons, countries that have access to flow resources are turning to solar power and hydroelectricity. People have been using the power created by water for thousands of years. Today, countries with powerful rivers and high hills find that they have the best conditions for generating hydroelectricity, while countries with coastal waters can create electricity using tidal and wave power. Some hydro dams are built on fast-flowing rivers with a large drop in elevation. A dam directs the water so that it flows through many spinning wheels called turbines. The turbines rotate generators, mini power plants that change mechanical power into electrical energy. Electrical power transformers boost power voltages to push the energy over long distances to houses, schools, and other buildings in different areas. The energy travels along high voltage wires. So you might just want to pause the video for a minute, just to take a look at this diagram here, which shows you how water is directed through a typical hydroelectric dam and then converted into electricity. There are arguments about whether hydroelectricity is really a sustainable energy source. While hydroelectric stations do not burn fossil fuels or cause much pollution, a dam changes the flow of a river. This destroys natural habitats and damages unique ecosystems. Tides, which are the rise and flow of the ocean, occur once or twice a day. One method of using tidal power to create electricity is the tidal barrage. A tidal barrage is a dam built across a river, bay, or estuary and controls the flow of water from tides through turbines to create hydroelectricity. So again, you might just want to pause the video here just to take a look at this diagram showing how a tidal barrage works. An advantage of tidal power is that it is reliable. However, a tidal barrage changes the ebb and flow of tides. This means that beaches that were normally drained of water during low tides no longer get as much exposure to the sun. Water levels change, which changes the growth of algae and life forms that rely on algae. Marine animals can get caught and seriously hurt in the blades of the turbines. There are only a few experimental wave generator plants currently in use. They are installed on or below the surface of the ocean. The problem with wave power is that waves are not consistent and they are not always powerful enough to generate electricity. The technology is new, so it is still expensive. However, scientists hope that the technology will improve as these generators do not release chemicals and have a low impact on the environment. For thousands of years, people have used wind to power boats with sails and to pump water. More recently, wind turbines have been used to generate electricity. We can see wind turbines near the beaches in Toronto. They look like tall, thin towers with blades. The wind turns the blades, which in turn gears connected to a generator. The generator converts the wind energy to electricity. There are clear benefits of wind power. It does not create pollution, and the cost to run wind turbines is low. However, wind turbines are effective only in countries that have areas of high winds. Wind turbines have also been blamed for threatening bird and bat populations in some areas. Others complain that wind turbines disturb their view of the natural environment. The sun produces more energy than all of our other natural resources combined. We use solar power simply by opening the blinds in our rooms and letting the natural sunlight stream in. Today, people can build solar power to capture thermal energy from the sun. Solar panels are made of mirrors that reflect sunlight. A fluid in the solar panel is heated and turned into steam. The steam turns a turbine, which generates the electricity. Solar power is completely clean. It does not pollute and it does not create any noise or greenhouse gases. However, in order to provide enough power for a community, solar panels need to be built in a large area that has a lot of exposure to sunlight. Areas that receive less exposure to the sun due to climate, cloudy weather, or air pollution cannot produce significant amounts of solar power. So looking at this diagram here, scientists are also working on creating solar panels that can generate electricity at night. Okay, just to wrap up today's lesson slash video, these are three questions which we are going to discuss in tomorrow's class. So I'll read them to you now, and you can take some time after I've read these questions to put the video on pause and consider your answers to the following. Number one, do you think that Canada should invest more in using flow resources, sun, wind, and water to create electricity? Number two, which do you think Canada should invest in more? Solar power, wind power, or hydroelectricity? And finally, three, would you be willing to pay more for electricity that is created by wind or sun uh, or water power? So put the video on pause to consider your answers to these questions. For now, this concludes today's video.